up so we can start this.
Mate, been up since 6. No, I was on the road at 6 with my coach, driven back, 3 hours to get home, out on a few beers the night before. And now I've got to sit here. Well, now I've got to sit here and talk about golf.
How was your coach?
Good. Swinging it really good.
That's good.
Like really good actually.
People on the commentary on Dunhill said you were swinging it good.
Yeah, no, he's just actually.
Said you put in with they said on camera.
Yeah.
On camera they said that.
On camera.
Really good at golf, good golf swing, but he puts like someone that's never putted before.
That's about right. To be fair, I actually was giving myself a proper kicking over that. And I'm actually like ahead on strokes gained. I'm actually gaining. Yeah, I'm actually gaining against the field. Don't get me wrong, that's a great thing with strokes gained. It's based on average, which is 75th. Now bear in mind 65 people make cuts. So average strokes gained actually misses cuts every week.
Tell you what, it's tough though, because when I think I've beaten strokes gained put in, I don't think I'm quite a good putter.
Yeah.
I think I've beaten strokes gained put in, and I do it on an overall average, not week to week average. I think I've beaten strokes gained twice this year.
Wow. Depends on the quality of greens as well. Like we get to put on some of the some great surfaces and stuff. So obviously 3 and 4 foot. The rolling on line, not bobbling off line, which is one of the killers for strokes gained. If you miss a couple of them, it's almost impossible to come back from. It doesn't matter what you hold. You lose so many shots straight away. So yeah.
I haven't said what we're going to be doing actually. So the weather's been horrific. We normally go out and play golf and do this sort of update, but the weather's been horrendous. So it's like mudfest, innit? It's turned into winter quickly. So. And you don't like golf at the best of times, do you? So never mind in those sort of conditions.
It's not fun.
So we're just going to have a little bit of an update, talk to Paul about his results, see if I can actually learn anything from what he has to say.
It's like Biff chat, isn't it?
Biff chat. People were shouting at him at Wentworth, shouting "Go on the Biff."
Go on the Biff. I heard "Go on the Biff." I was in the trees on the right of 17 in amongst an ice cream truck. And someone actually said, "What would Alex Evans do?" It made me chuckle.
Probably get a 99.
Yeah, I was considering it, to be fair.
You've got quite a run of big events, the biggest events really, haven't you, coming up. So what's your preparation? So you've gone, that's like your practice day today, isn't it?
Yeah, so...
Preparation's going out and getting drunk apparently, and getting up at 6 and going... But go
Still
on.
struggling. Anyway, so got over there. Basically, warm it up, go through your moves, hit a few balls. My coach Graham Walker will be looking at how my body's moving in real time, literally just watching, and then we'll stick some maybe on the video and that sort of thing as well. Have a little record of a few, have a little look, and just basically keep a log of what's improved, what hasn't, what do we need to do a bit more work on, X, Y, and Z. And it.
Do you ever change swing with him?
We've been on a constant thing really since just before I won in Sweden.
Right,
we've kind of been working on the same thing.
Right,
and I've said to him a few times, like when I'm swinging it as I am at the moment, I'm not looking to improve it, so to speak. I'm just almost keep me here. Maintain where I am now. And it's like going to the gym. You talk about I'm trying to improve, or you're doing maintenance work. And when you're doing maintenance work, you're not doing loads. You're just keeping yourself ticking over.
Yeah.
Which is actually helping me conserve energy for when it comes to tournaments, weekends. It's actually helping me to go out and perform from there, really.
Well, I think you get a lot of that, and you'll get, especially amateurs, and I've done it myself, and you'll say, winter's coming now, people, right, I'm changing my swing in the winter, I'm going to start doing this, and it's like, well, why are you going to start changing your swing? Because it's a change in golf swing, it's not just a quick thing, isn't it? It completely, does you in for, quite a while, and you've got to know a goal of what you're going to achieve from actually changing your golf swing. So if you're going to change your golf swing, you go, well, what is it that I actually want to change? What aren't you happy with? Your ball flight's good, you're happy with the shape, and that's all that matters realistically. And if you do it consistently, why would you change your golf swing? Because it might look one way or the other at a certain point if your ball flight's good.
A golf swing can look one way but feel something completely different. And for me, as long as it feels like you, then you
like me.
Well, I don't really want to swing it like
Carry on.
what. But no,
it's big me up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will in a bit. We'll talk about other things other than golf swing. This,
My nose is touching the bottom of the cup now.
That's surprised me. I try to get your nose in there. If you're changing the golf swing, you've got to ask yourself why you're changing it. Really, like you've mentioned a few things. Like your strike is good, you can distance control is good, and you can keep it somewhere on the golf course.
These pants aren't leather, by the way. I got them yesterday. They're just a bit shiny.
It was a drunk purchase.
They're not leather. So just so you don't think I've got leather pants on.
Shiny trackies.
LFC training pants these. Carry on.
So, I'm just waffling, I'm not even going to lie. I'm just absolutely waffling here. But yeah, if you've got to look at what you're actually changing, what you're actually trying to achieve, like you've just said. And are you doing it for aesthetics or are you doing it for performance? Is it actually going to make you score lower? Or can you spend all that time you're going to do on that, on a bit of short game, bit of pitch and distance control, putting, getting driver in play? You've got to sort of put into context, like, where's your time going to be spent and where does it need to be spent? Does it need to be spent on making your golf swing look pretty?
Well, my pitching got better, and I've said before, my pitching, how bad it was. Like, it was 20 to 1 that I hit the green on it. Probably is that generous.
Yeah, I love it.
It was terrible. But I got better at pitching through hitting less balls, but more in a sense, like, we'll do a 10-ball challenge. So I'll do maybe 10 balls, maybe 4 times a week, hit 40 pitch shots a week. My pitching improved at more than 100% if that's possible from doing that, rather than before I was going through a wedge every 2 months because I was just hitting ball after ball after ball after ball, trying to find that magical swing, but under pressure that doesn't perform. Whereas when you can perform in practice in a sort of competition mode like we do, when you go out, I haven't fired one for quite a bit now. Right, let's get on to your recent run of form. So Wentworth was 21st, you finished, I think? 21st,
yeah.
Good. I mean, do you like the course? You normally score well around it. Do you like, what's the challenge around there apart from the ice cream vans?
That's my highest finish there.
Is it?
Yeah, so
it's not been great for you.
No, it's not. It hasn't been great. To be fair, I was 15th going into Sunday as well. I was playing nicely. Just didn't get the putter going on Sunday. Played okay. Didn't really make any mistakes, but I've been swinging it better. It's a golf course. It's so penal if you hit a bad golf shot though. If you're, and that kind of shows that I've had my best result this season when I'm up there in ball striking stats.
Yeah.
Greens and regs very high this season, which is, so important around that golf course.
Are you good off the tee and stats? Because you are good off the tee, aren't you?
Well, my greens and reg is very good because I'm off the tee and very good.
Right, okay.
So you can't be hitting loads of greens and reg if you dodgy off
Probably
the
where
tee.
stats might be a bit misleading people, so he's not in many greens and reg. His iron play is not great, but it can be because
you hit it in the trees off the tee, or you've had to hack out. You're not hitting any greens and reg, but it's not because your irons are poor. It's because you're not hitting it in play off the tee and give yourself a chance of hitting greens and reg. It's like bunker percentage. It's based on up and down. A lot of it, unless you're doing strokes gain proximity to the hole, but you could hit an absolute worldy trap shot from a downslope through your legs behind a tree to 4 foot and miss the full footer. Yeah. Your bunker play is not bad. It's just your terrible putter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a good week. It was obviously a different time in the year for us. Obviously USPGA moved this season, so we moved our slot and it worked really well. We had great weather. The course was better than what it normally is in May, so a bit more.
May's a bit early, isn't it? I feel like the seasons have moved back a bit. Getting
the greens, the greens were great. The atmosphere as well. It always is good. The weather was perfect. Apart from Sunday, we had a little bit of drizzle and stuff, but
the crowds looked like, when you're watching on TV, it looked almost like an open type feel.
Yeah.
Does that make a difference? If you got more people watching you shouting Biff at you, but if you've got more people watching you and stuff, does that make a difference to you? Or are you used to it? I'm
very used to it now. It's you don't look, it's weird. I was thinking about this the other day. You just don't look at the crowd. You're kind of so focused on what you're doing. You're speaking to your caddy. You're speaking to the other lads. You're walking the fairway, and you're kind of in your own little bubble with your playing partners. You're marking your ball on the green. You're always looking down, or you're looking at the lie, or you're looking at the shot. You're never looking left and right at the people until you hit it into them.
Yeah, but that's what
and then you're like, oh, there's people here.
That's where I went wrong. The one time, right, you can actually YouTube it. If you YouTube search Euro Pro Tour Royal and Castle and just look at the highlights. I'm on the highlights because I think I was fourth going into the last round, and then sort of second to last group in the last round of the Euro Pro event, and then the Sky cameras come out. So all of a sudden you're playing. I had never had that before. The Sky cameras in front of you, and they stand like on the top of bunkers and stuff, like 100 yards ahead of you, and you hit it over them. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh well, this is good, isn't it? If I thin this into the fella holding the camera, that's gonna look good. You know what I mean? You're not used to it. Genuine, like ridiculous. So
filming down the line, make a pretty goal swing, make sure it looks good on TV. Balls going everywhere, but make sure the goal swing looks pretty.
I'd gone through it all, and I was doing all right. I could parred the first 7, missed every putt, and I was still only like 2 behind the lead, I think. Couldn't make a putt. And then it showed me on camera, missed one from that far on the 8th, par 3. I did it about 12 foot, 3 putted it. Didn't show me again at all then. The Sky cameras are still there, shot 49 on the back 9. It didn't show me again, but it's funny because I just was not used to it at all. And I was like, leaderboard, looking at it all the time, and I was thinking, oh, I need to make birdies, and then I just just lost the plot. And I think it's just that mental thing of getting used to it. It's
just getting used to it. It's almost gone not the other way now for me, but like I'm terrible at social golf. I'm awful. I almost can't do it because my heart's not beating. There's no adrenaline. There's no nerves. Like when I say nerves, like good nerves. It's that, what a sportsman gets up for now and again. There's none of that when I go and play 9 holes with a couple of the lads. Sometimes I swing it few miles slower, club shorter. It's mad.
This is where I need to get better, because actually in practice, I used to be, when I was younger, I used to be much better in tournaments, and especially if I was like a little bit behind and I had to sort of fight to get it back, that's when I was better. Whereas now it's getting better, but there's probably a bit too much worry about consequence of hitting a bad shot. And then I spoke to you last week, so onto the Dunhill where Paul finished. Oh, on the Dunhill, where's my phone? So, onto the Dunhill, Paul finished tied 3rd, which, you had a chance to win, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Very good chance to win.
Yeah, I did.
But why, I've had quite a few questions. This is on the TV at the Dunhill. Why were you wearing long black gloves and then had bare shoulders, though?
I was trying to get a tan. I was trying to even
for
up.
a golf tournament.
I was trying to even up my golfer's tan, because obviously you normally have the top of your arms like not tan and your forearms tan. So I thought I'd do it the other way around.
Bit weird.
Actually, come out as pink. That was an orange shirt.
It's pink, isn't it?
It's definitely orange.
It's definitely pink.
It's definitely orange. I'm gonna go and get it. I'm gonna go and get it and put it on.
100% pink. That
definitely orange. Definitely orange.
100% pink. So, what were we talking about? Yeah. So the Dunhill, you finished there, and you were up there last round. You were on TV a lot. And I said to you, I was like, so were you nervous? Were you worried? And you said you weren't. You said you didn't feel like you were in the tournament, really.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't. I always felt like I was too far behind somehow. Even though it was only 2 or 3, but like I'd get through what I'd feel like was a chance maybe around the turn, sort of, especially 9, 10. Even a flag on 11, 12. That's a real strong birdie run, that really. And I didn't make any.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought then, I was like, I needed to make a few in that kind of run just to maybe put them under a bit of pressure.
Feel like you've given a chance, not completely, but you've made it hard for yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm a whole ahead of the group behind, so it's not down to me, but when you're in that position... That's quite an
obvious statement you just made there.
Yeah, cheers, mate. I kind of knew that as I said.
Whole ahead of the group behind.
Yeah, I was a whole ahead of the group behind. So my score's getting posted first, is where I'm going with this dickhead. So... Again, if you kind of get on a bit of a run, you can put them under a bit of pressure. Yeah. Obviously, they're going to be looking at the leaderboards, and then all of a sudden, you've birdied a hole, and it's kind of coming a bit more your way. But no, I did get myself a bit more involved. I birdied 16 out of a divot in the fairway.
Yeah, seen that. It's shown it.
Yeah,
it zoomed in. It showed it. Good shot.
And then 17. I don't know whether it picked it up on TV and stuff, but I just said to Jay, look, we need to be brave. Take it on. Didn't come off, but again, I was trying to win a golf tournament. Yeah. I wasn't there trying to finish 2nd or 3rd. I've had a few of them this season as well. I wanted to go and win, and
a couple of years ago, you probably wouldn't have done that, would you?
No, probably not.
Probably like, I need to get my points up or whatever it might be. You know, I think that's where you're in a different place now. Because you've been out there a long time, 12 years.
Yeah.
You won last year, it takes the pressure off a bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
And to me, watching it looks like you're just playing more freely. And I was speaking to you about 17. Standing on 17th tier at St Andrews. I've not played St Andrews, the old course, but... And this sounds daft, but this is genuinely, like, I would be thinking this. And I'm not being negative, but it's something I need to get away from. But I'd stand on that tee. And my bad shot, I used to lose it, like I could lose it miles right with drive. And I don't really now, to be honest, I don't really hit the big wide with driver anymore. But I know I would stand on that tee. And I'd find it very difficult to get away from a thought of, not even a thought, like a reaction of don't hit it right. And I'm pretty sure I'd be over the top of that swing and pulling it left all day because I'd be thinking OB is right, fearing that. Whereas you said that doesn't even.
No, it didn't. It didn't even come into my head.
Mind, and that's a mental strength, and that's part of
it. No, you say it's a mental strength. It's not. It's a carefree mind. Like I'm not thinking about the positives or the negatives, and this is massively key. It's carefree. It's not careless.
Okay.
It's not a careless swing and a throwaway sort of routine. It's everything's done properly, but the actual over the ball is very carefree. I don't actually. It's gonna sound mad. I actually don't care where the golf ball goes.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm not physically trying to hit the golf ball close to the flag. I kind of know that if I do my bits, go through my routine and just put a good golf swing on it. I know that sounds incredibly blasé, but it's just if I just make a good swing at it, it'll be fine.
It makes sense, but it takes
if I'm over it going, you're not going to make a good golf. All I'm thinking about is literally, I'll be honest, half the time I'm just thinking, just get out the middle, you're fine.
Well, that's where I think practice comes in so important because you don't, like I said, you don't beat balls, but you know what you have to do to make yourself play better. And when you practice, you're very efficient in your practice. I've always thought that you're really efficient in what you do, and then you get in a tournament and you've obviously done it right. If you stand on the tee and you can make a swing in that situation and not fear hitting it right or left, you just stand there and hitting it. That's like a complete level of trust, and I think that's probably something in my mind from when you said that the other day. I kind of clicked and I was like, you know what, even if I played a tournament at my home club that I play every single day, I know I'd stand on a tee in a tournament and I'd think completely different than if I was just going out to play, because it's not fears, it's not like a strong thing, but it's like an awareness that actually this matters now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it almost sounds to me like it's almost a bit trying too hard.
Yeah, it is, definitely, yeah.
And you know what, I can't remember his name now. Someone came out with a brilliant thing after a win in Sweden, and they were saying, you know, you've got yourself in positions before and then fallen away. I was like, yeah, I was physically trying to win. I was physically trying to win golf tournaments. And it's like, if you were trying to win, you actually don't have the self-confidence to actually do it. Because if you did have the true self-confidence, you wouldn't be trying to win. You just know you were going to win.
Yeah.
You just know you were going to hit a good golf shot. That's like real, true inner confidence. That you're not trying to do anything. You just do it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, Lee Crumbalone, my psychologist, you know, big Star Wars fan, Yoda, you know, do or do not, there is no try.
Yeah.
You know, and that was one of those sort of things.
A bit of wisdom,
there you go, you see. Bald head, lose me hair, more wisdom comes out. Brilliant. But it is that sort of thing. If you are trying, then and everyone's like, you should be trying, you should be trying your hardest and all that sort of stuff. That's fine. But true confident guys just know they just know.
They have that. I think they
just
have that thing about them. You can almost tell watching them that they know they're going to win. It's
not that you have the confidence to shoot 62 or the confidence to win a tournament. You just have the confidence to hit that one golf shot in front of you.
Yeah.
So if you pick a golf shot that you are confident over and you hit a good golf shot, the next one you come to, the putt, you might be a little bit more, you might be confident over that putt, that line you've chosen.
Yeah.
Next minute, you've hit a few real good golf shots, you actually become more confident.
That's what we do. That's a lot of our games, I suppose, that we do is tailored to improving that, innit? You get points for each shot, and it keeps you focused. And I think my thing is, as soon as you get in a tournament, I am trying to shoot 62, and I really want to shoot that low number. And you make a bogey, and I'm not saying I've head off, like, but you make a bogey, and it's like, well,
maybe we should, some of the games we play and all that. Maybe we should get rid of the negative, like the -1s for hitting bad shots, or an iffy shot. So everything you do is only positive. If you hit the fairway, it's a point. If you miss the fairway, you just don't get a point. You don't get any minuses or anything like that.
It's still a consequence because you're not racking up the points.
But then you're not over the shot freezing or worrying about it. All you're trying to do is actually hit it as close as you can and hit it down fairways. You're not thinking, oh, I can't miss down straight side. Oh, no, it's -2. Yeah. You're just seeing flags. You're playing like a kid. You're just going, where's the flag? Up there, hitting it there, whack. That's
playing like a kid. I used to miss the green on the 18th at Bromborough. There's a big bunker on the right of 18, but there's a balcony for the clubhouse. And there's a kid, like cocky little kid. I used to miss the green on purpose so that everyone on the balcony could watch me hit a flop shot. And if that was like 2 years ago now, and I missed the green,
the knees would be at it.
I would just,
the knees would be at it.
No, just pick up and say,
you wouldn't. No, you would. Yeah.
Not finishing this one, lads.
Go to the bar. Who wants off in the bar?
I'll get him in. So, to finish off, we've covered Wentworth, Dunhill. You've then got into the world's top 100 now.
Yeah.
First time ever. 23 in a race to Dubai.
So, and obviously, if I can stay in that top 30 after French Open, then obviously I'll be going to HSBC Champions in Shanghai. So first WGC event as well, which will be good. And then we've got final series, so Turkey, Nedbank and Dubai.
You're guaranteed them now?
Yeah, there's no way I'll miss them now. So yeah, it's 3 events, good world ranking points, obviously try and keep myself inside that top 100. If I stay in the top 30, well, that gets me in the Open for the following year.
Okay, yeah.
And it gets me WGC Mexico as well.
So that's a bit of a roll on then.
It's amazing how quickly it changes.
You start to build world ranking and you're up and up.
You stay in the world's top 100 and then they'll be in USPGA as well.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're playing majors, WGCs and that sort of thing, and it just snowballs,
isn't it? Yeah.
But then the other side of it, you're constantly playing in higher level events with more world ranking points, so you're gaining more and more points as you're playing.
Yeah.
So your ranking improves as you go. It's mad. It just snowballs from a point. It's just getting over that first initial line and then obviously continuing to play well from there.
Well, a lot of people have commented and saying they didn't have a clue who you were before. They just thought you were some random ball fella. I didn't even think you were a player. They thought you were just like
I've probably seen that from a golf swing.
Quite a few people start following you now, so make sure you're not a bed on TV.
Try my best. I was so angry on Sunday at Dunhill.
Oh really?
Putter was going in half. So angry. Walked off the golf course, like getting in the car. Didn't even speak to my wife for the first hour of the drive home. Honestly, I was in a horrendous mood.
Oh, so you were fuming that you didn't
win.
Right.
But
it's not a bad result.
It's not a bad week, isn't it? You know what? If she said take third, I'd be like, yeah, all right, I'll take that.
Yeah. So keep a lookout the next few events. I think it's maybe 5 events over the next 7 weeks, is it?
Something like that, yeah.
So a lot for you, that.
That's a lot for me. Oh God, we need a holiday after that.
Paul said, like what's saying about knowing what suits you and what doesn't. You will very much try and avoid playing more than 3 weeks in a row. And people say, well, why isn't he playing? It's not. It's easy for us to look at it on TV or on a computer screen, and they're treated like machines. And some of them do play tournament after tournament after tournament because that suits them. Fourth week is a
write off. Absolute write off. It's weird. It's like. Some lads love golf, like love it. And I'm not saying I don't love golf. I know we have a bit of a laugh and a joke. It's not that I don't love golf. It's just, I don't know. It's not. I don't feel that way about it. It's become a bit of a job over the years. So I'm like you say, I'm trying to do my job efficiently. I'm trying, and the other side of it as well for me, I am big into energy conservation. So that when it comes to Saturday and Sunday, I'm fresh and ready to go because that is when it matters.
Yeah.
You know, if you play 4 on the spin. You're a little bit tired, a bit frazzled.
If you're up there and it's on Saturday, Sunday,
your head's. It's so hard to keep your mind, and it's not a physical fitness thing. It's a mental fitness. It's very different in sport at times. Because again, there's no other sport like it. You get to the final in tennis or in a football competition or something, whatever it is, you kind of get to the semi, and if you lose that, you can only finish fourth.
Yeah.
If you lose in the final, you can only finish second. In this sport, you can get into the back nine.
The Dunhill,
have them there, you can go from second to 60th.
At the Dunhill on 17, you could have finished outside the top 20 where the ball's gone in the bunker.
I could have made 10 or something stupid. It could have hit the face, hit me.
Yeah.
You know, it could have, all kinds could have happened.
Yeah.
And next minute, it's not that you then go second to third. You go second to, like you say, 52nd.
Yeah.
You just got to keep your mind so fresh at times so you don't make those stupid little mental errors.
Well, there you go. Taking notes. Got me notes. Valentino up there.
Valentino Rossi, lad.
And that's about it. So.
Did he ride a Fiat?
That's a Fiat, yeah.
Is that a Fiat bike?
Fiat Punto, yeah.
There it is.
Thanks for watching. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.